Many have described the conflict in Ukraine as unprecedented. But another aspect of this war that is unprecedented is the exodus out of Ukraine following the acts of aggression. Europe has not seen mass evacuation on this scale since the Second World War. Soon after Russia's invasion, the United States stated that the number of refugees could reach up to 4 million people. However, after 3 months of conflict, there are more than 6 million people seeking refuge from the war. But where are these refugees going, and what are countries doing to assist them? Overall, the generosity and welcome that has been offered to the Ukrainian refugees has been extraordinary. The country that has undeniably taken the call to assist most earnestly is Poland, after which Romania and the Russian Federation have accepted the second and third most refugees respectively. Poland has received over 3 million refugees from Ukraine, almost doubling the population of the country's largest city, Warsaw. The Polish government has established laws authorizing Ukrainian refugees to stay in Poland legally, without a visa, for 18 months. Refugees are also able to access the Polish healthcare system, children can go to Polish schools, and adults can work without an official work permit. Polish citizens have also sincerely opened their doors to the refugees, with many volunteers greeting Ukrainians at the border with food and healthcare supplies, and many households inviting refugees to stay in their homes. Romania has the second largest number of Ukrainian refugees, nearly 1 million. The country has also welcomed their neighbours with open arms. Temporary shelters have been set up, including a 4-star hotel that transformed its ballroom into a safe haven for refugees. The country's Internal Affairs Minister, Dr. Riyad Arafat, also announced that permanent housing solutions are in the works. Surprisingly, Russia has also accepted almost 1 million Ukrainian refugees. However, the Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister described this as a trap, and volunteer groups Rubicus and Helping to Leave state that they have helped hundreds of Ukrainians leave Russia and find refuge in other countries. The generosity with which the refugees have been greeted is admirable, but unfortunately, it does not come without its challenges to the host nations. Receiving hundreds of thousands of refugees constitutes a massive economic toll that is still not fully comprehensible. Historically, refugee situations usually last longer than they are expected to, and it is unclear whether the generosity of these nations will last that long. Countries have asked the international community for financial assistance in funding their efforts. The EU responded to this call and has pledged €20 billion from the Cohesion Fund to assist member states taking refugees. The financial relief from larger, wealthier countries is especially necessary for countries such as Moldova, which is one of Europe's poorest countries and yet has largest population to refugee ratio. It is still unclear how long these refugees will need assistance from their neighbouring countries. There are many factors that are still unclear in making this estimate. How long the war in Ukraine will last, the extent of the destruction caused by the water infrastructure, housing and service delivery, and the capacity for financial restoration following the war. There is still a lot that the international community can still do to support the Ukrainian refugees and the countries that are hosting them.